according to the published numbers from Netflix, we now know for a fact that Meghan Markle's Netflix show debuted in March. With Love, Meghan was a certified flop. This says it didn't even make it into the top 300 shows on Netflix, let alone the top 10, for the first half of 2025. And this was after they signed the $100 million deal with Meghan and Harry. They tried to make a documentary with Harry. It was even more of a flop. And with Love, Meghan was only slightly relevant because people were hate watching it. But it reached number 383 in ranked shows in 2025 with just 5.3 million viewers across the globe.
Here's the problem, though. You're framing it wrong. Like, if you're a pro Meghan fan, you go, it broke the top 400.
Yeah.
Like, all it takes is saying it in the right voice.
And it hasn't reached the top 10 yet.
It's like all of the...
It's the power of yet.
It's like the it's like all the people who are like, this is the best Marvel movie since Endgame. They say it after, like, every Marvel movie is the best Marvel movie since Endgame. It's all just a matter of saying it with enough gusto.
One source from inside Netflix told Daily Mail, an understatement, it wasn't a runaway success, but apparently Ted Sarandos, who is in charge of Netflix, is a huge fan of Meghan.
Oh, he's trying to
trying to
make his
hit?
move. He's
I
trying
don't
to
know. But he said,
I was told not to be crude.
He calls her a nickname. He calls her the rock star.
Oh.
And so likely the show's underperformance will have nothing to do with it getting renewed for a third season.
This is American racism right now, because if he was talking about an actual rock star, it would be the Squid Games people.
That's also such a finance bro thing to say. He's like,
rock
yeah, she's a rock star.
Yeah. Well, they aired the first season in March, and the second season was filmed at the same time, so she was kind of set up for a renewal of a second season, and it looks like they're just gonna go ahead with a third because Ted Sarandos is like thirsty. I don't know.
But there's worse news. Apparently, her husband, whose passion project documentary on polo ranks 3,436th out of 7,000 shows, with a disastrous 500,000 views.
Like,
globally.
as irrelevant as Meghan Markle actually is, she still gets to hold it over her husband that she's the more famous one.
It says, to put As Ever and Polo's viewing figures into context, the most popular show was the British drama Adolescence, which got 145 million viewers this year and was released only a couple of days after Meghan's show.
There was a lot of hate watching in that one, too, because it was the
that
UK
was subsidized by the
about,
British government.
But yeah, it was a drama about incel violence causing the stabbing crimes in the UK, which we talked about. It kind of doesn't matter for Meghan Markle, though, because she is going to get her paycheck regardless. The deal from Netflix is all she needed. It has nothing to do with how the show performs. And she gets to shill her As Ever brand in the show and on social media as well, where she is now selling her own rosé from the Napa Valley. On her website, it says, what began with a small pot of fresh fruit preserves bubbling away in my home kitchen has inspired this curated collection to bring surprise and delight to your everyday.
Okay, this is my problem. Everything has to have some cutesy story that we all know is 110%
the
not
flower
real.
sprinkles. She loves putting flower sprinkles on her kids' lunches when they go to school because it just adds a little bit of joy and whimsy to their day.
When she was telling this, she said some story. I don't even remember if we were gonna watch this clip, but she does this bullshit story where she mentions the very first Super Mario Brothers game.
I don't think that we're going to be watching that one, but yes.
There is not a single person on planet Earth that believes that Meghan Markle liked video games enough or plays them enough now that comparison was on her mind when she did that interview. Somebody told her to do that, or she planned it ahead of time.
It's like she kind of practices these lines in the mirror, and everyone can tell. And also on her website, she's selling crepe mix, shortbread cookie mix with flour sprinkles, and apricot jam. But according to brand experts, her heart isn't in it, and we can all tell that she's fraudulent. One of them on
figure.
his podcast, The Art of the Brand, called her a fraud, saying, "I love shitting on people who suck, and Meghan Markle sucks, as far as I'm concerned." As Ever is run by a confederacy of dunces working on this platform that is just maximizing the value from her fame that came from Suits and being a part of the royal family, and they're milking that for everything they can.
Well, that's rough.
And now
'Cause they just did
Meghan is pretending to be a domestic goddess, and most people don't believe it. She's also, of course, using her celebrity connections to promote these products. And she
That's
has
not
Chrissy
weird, though.
Teigen showing up on the next season of With Love,
That's
Meghan.
not weird, though. I mean, that's par for the course. I would
No.
expect celebrity people to show up in these things.
Like, do we really expect her to be, like, passionate about jam?
No. The thing is, though, there's probably something she is passionate about. It's just not that interesting.
No, I
She's
don't
passionate about herself.
I think these types of people have no hobbies, no interests. There's nothing remotely interesting
So
about
it
them.
would be like if somebody dumped me on reality TV and was like, "Here, do something interesting." I was like, "I'm not interesting."
They would
I
probably
can't help
make it
it.
about skating. Like,
Yes.
for her, she's, she
I
likes...
think she has nothing.
She likes beekeeping and tea parties and,
I think she just likes
she-
power.
like-
putting one package of snacks into a clear plastic package and putting twine on it
She
Yeah.
for her
probably
house guests in a house that she doesn't own.
She probably engages in some type of humiliation fetish with her husband. That's interesting.
That's probably true.
Make it about.
Oh, we want
would-
drama reality TV from her, and she's not giving us what we want.
She
She's
has
never
like a-
able to cater to what the people
People
want.
would
Needs like
watch
a
a show.
nuclear hot take on Diana to really like rope us into her. I think that'd be awesome.
I want to see her Diana shrine that she keeps in the house.
Or they catch her
Secret
on
from her
catch her on a
husband.
secret camera, just like honestly, Diana, like
She kind of gets hyped up too much.
Kind of overrated. if
I'm
you
like
guys-
more iconic.
I mean, like what? Like,
Another Daily Mail contributor, Richard Eden, took to TikTok to review her rosé from As Ever. And I just know Daily Mail has such a hate boner for Meghan Markle that they're almost going to pretend that her shit sucks even if it doesn't. So I don't know whether to believe
yeah.
this guy, but he hates it.
Here we go.
So here was his review.
Finally managed to get my hands on a bottle of Meghan's As Ever rosé wine. And I'm going to try it for you now.
you can't even get through it.
It's sort of sweet at first, and then it leaves this sort of, it's a bitter, metallic aftertaste. It's a bit like Meghan herself, really.
So that's what happens when you get dunked on by wine snobs.
Dude.
Well, now people are
New
saying
fear unlocked.
Richard Eden was pretending to hate the rosé because he, as you can see in the video, finished half the bottle before even doing the taste test. So that's not really a review, that's just fan behavior. And like, we do kind of agree at this point that the hate train and the hate bandwagon after Meghan Markle has kind of detached from reality a little bit. Like, she can't really do anything right. She does feel backed into a corner. If I were her, I would think, like, I just can't please these people. I can't do anything right. Why would I try? I'm just going to lean into what I'm doing now because no one's going to be satisfied.
It does feel like you go on X and there's like a new think piece every couple of days from somebody who's showing you the same clips
Right.
you've already seen with a new, albeit most of the time, pretty interesting and well-reasoned opinion
Yeah.
on why she's the worst person that's ever existed in human history.
Right.
And it does feel a bit detached from the reality of her situation,
Right.
to be fair.
But then to the contrary, I see one of these clips of Meghan Markle actually talking, and then I agree with the haters all over again, such
Yeah.
as the one that we're about to show you.
Yes.
From Meghan's Mole on X. This is a real account
Oh my gosh.
with over 100,000 followers.
I saw another
Dedicated to hating
The other
her.
one was like Meghan Markle pit stains. Like they're just
They're insane.
haters.
Maybe your grandmother used to say it too also. If you don't have anything nice to say, don't say anything at all. But what's happened?
If they can compare what the experience that I went through was similar to what has been shared with us. Kate was called Waity Katie, waiting to marry William. While I imagine that was really hard, and I can't picture what that felt like. This is not the same. And if a member of his family will comfortably say, we've all had to deal with things that are rude and racist are not the same.
Maybe
That was a clip from her infamous Oprah interview with Harry.
Meanwhile, Oprah's like, yeah, all the racism you must face.
So, like, you see the hate bandwagon, you're like, this is getting a little bit crazy, and then you remind yourself of who Meghan Markle is, and you understand.
Right.
Like, I can't really not have a bad taste in my mouth every time I listen to her talk. Like, she does this to herself.
Yeah, it's not.
I can't think of how.
Tim Dillon hates her.
Yeah.
Tim Dillon hates her.
There isn't really a way for her to do it other than to find a hobby she actually likes and start documenting that hobby.
Well, because I know Harry's really into polo.
That's the
Well, your consultant strategy was like lean into who you actually are, which is
A bad person.
elitist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And as Gwyneth Paltrow has proven, people will actually appreciate your honesty.
Yeah, I think that would actually be hilarious.
Get like a quasi reality show where she's like, they don't really explain whether it's reality TV or it's not, and she's just really mean to the maids.
Yeah.
And like
shove them down a staircase.
Well,
like, I mean, staff from the palace have talked about her behavior behind the scenes, and like
that's what I'm saying.
who she
Like,
is.
lean into it like a pro wrestler. Like lean
Yeah.
into your
Turn heel.
into your like. She comes home or like Harry comes home. She's like, the Bentley needs to be filled up again, and like you didn't stop to get gas on the way home, and then she snaps and sends the butler out to get gas.
Like one of the groundskeepers in getting a glass of water. She's just like kicking.
To me, it's
Get out!
the way that she does interviews is really like what grinds my gears. The way that she kind of lets her voice break a little bit when she's talking about
Oh,
something
yeah.
that's like close to her heart, like talking about H. She calls her husband H, not Harry. And she's like, that man, he loves me so much. And when we're in the middle of all the craziness, and then we like go to Disney for a couple of days, and we come home, and like I'm packing the kids' lunches, and I'm running my empire. Like, I'm just so victimized, but I'm also perfect at everything. And
What if she's just like, sometimes I turn over and I see his face and I'm like, I fucking hate you.
Yeah, that would be based.
Like,
That would be so based.
like,
It's like I turn over and I'm like,
she's like, sometimes
can you stop talking about your mother for once?
she's like, sometimes I
Yeah.
look at my kids and I'm like, adoption.
Like, sometimes, like, she doesn't talk about anything that makes her look bad, and still expects people to read her as authentic, and that's where things fall flat for her.
Sometimes I see my kids and they look like their father and I get mad.
We have another 20 from Badump Bash. Hate Watchers is my new band name.
It's a good one.
Love
good
that
one.
for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm sorry, but until she learns to lean into the evil or find an actual hobby that she enjoys, not one that she thinks is marketable, I think she's going to be stuck in this cycle
Yeah.
with everybody dunking on her.
Thanks for watching. Listen to full episodes of Pop Culture Crisis on Spotify.
Keep up with us on social media and make sure you subscribe and ring that bell so you never miss the show. Bye, guys.